What's up, everybody? We're going on a group ride today. That group happens to be with my children. This is our wave ramp in the front yard, built during quarantine. Such a fun thing to ride. We've built in some extensions here, a little ramp if you chose to go to the left there.
Let's go.
We're going on a ride on a beautiful, partly sunny day as I'm debuting the new look of my XR as well, with the pink bumpers, black rail guards, and the carbon fiber fender. I love this look. It looks so good. If you're brand new around here, welcome to my channel. My name is Scot Mendenhall, and today we're going to float together. We're going to talk Onewheels, world stuff. We're going to watch my kids fall all over the place. And that said, how old should a kid be to get a Onewheel? I get asked that a lot. We have our oldest son is Legend, and he is 12, and our youngest boy right now that has a Onewheel is Greatness, and he is 5 years old. So I think there you have it. 5-year-olds can ride it. Now we have Courage and we have Revolution. Those are my two other sons that are below Greatness, and they do not have Onewheels. One day they will get Onewheels as you watch my kids just mob all over the place. I said this before in one of these videos. I just love seeing the lines they pick, and sometimes I follow their lines, and sometimes I choose my own line. Here I'm following. I think that's the icon that just jumped in there. We love mobbing this little island here as it's super bumpy, but like you get a hit. The mulch here, a little bit of mulch flying up behind you is kind of nice. You know, you're leaning into it a little bit. I am riding still with the Burris 6 on there. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It's not a Vega, but I do like it. I'm not yet to say or ready to say that's the tire I'm going with. I do have the Whisper on its way here, the treaded and the slick, and I'm going to put those on and see what those are alike as well. Because I like this tire. I find it a little louder than the Vega. I miss that half-inch width of the Vega still. So I know everybody thinks that's crazy talk, and I am crazy talking. I like the Vega. I like that. I said it at one point, that's home for me. It just feels real nice as I've tried all these other tires. And somewhere along the line, we've lost one of my children. Inspires around here. Oh, he's way in the back. It's hard to keep him up with us. He keeps moving his front foot. I'm trying to teach him, man, stop running, moving your front foot. Your front foot slips off the sensor and it shuts off. And when it shuts off, he falls face first. If you need a reminder of what time period this is created in a shop, I think you're going to find it right here. We don't have to press any buttons. One car, totally, this is slammed usually first thing in the morning. And we didn't press any buttons, and we just go straight across a 4-lane highway. It's quarantine, man. People are staying home. They're not going out. It is bizarre. It feels like you're in some kind of movie. That's the best way I can explain it. I keep picturing scenes from I Am Legend. Thank you, Will Smith, for ruining my life at this time. I just picture that our world's going to look like that in months from now. I don't really. I say that with a smile on my face. But seriously, let's go back to the look at that pint, or that XR there. It's nice. I like the black rail guards. As we're all back together, Spy starts to complain here as it is a very windy day. There's no leaves on trees to tell you, as I almost get taken out by Legend there. And then Epic on these group rides with my kids and trying to film it. I've got to pay attention to, do I have the camera going right? How are my children riding? Are they going to hit me? There's a lot happening on these rides, but I enjoy them. I really do. I enjoy getting out there with the kids, riding around. I think in total this trip is 27 minutes it took us. Obviously, we clipped it down a little bit to make it 13 minutes long. We're just out there mobbing around here in Minnesota, and you're not going to believe this. That wind that I was just talking about blows in snow. And as I'm doing the voiceover, it looks like a winter day out there as it is blowing everywhere. Snow's falling. It's accumulating. It's crazy. And to think Easter is days away. That said, on Easter, if you didn't know this, we are giving away a pint to some of the riders I ride with. They borrow all of my stuff, and so I put together a race that we're filming, and we're going to debut it, premiere it on this channel at 10 o'clock on Easter morning. That is Central Time in the United States. So if you're watching in other countries, because I do know that we have some of you that view from all over the world, you'll have to figure out what that time that means. I do know that if you're in England, that's 6 hours difference, okay? So 10 a.m. Easter morning, find out if Lily, Joey, Kristen, or we've got a new guy in there who's going to ride Brian in the competition. And so it will be, you're going to love it. Don't miss it, okay? I really want to give you more details on the race, but I can't. Well, maybe I should. I should entice you a little bit, but I'm not going to. Just tune in on Easter at 10 a.m. There will be a live chat, so we can all chat with each other and see how things are going on Easter morning in your world. If you're wondering what shoes I'm riding there, those are Vans slip-on. I think Vans are some of the most comfortable shoes to ride with while one-wheeling. They grip well to the foot pads. It absorbs a lot of the shock. They're just a comfortable shoe. I enjoy that all year round. Unless it's too cold, then I slap on some Uggs. But if you're looking for a pair of shoes that you need, Vans, just like this would work. That honeycomb sole, a waffle cone, I think it is actually, just so good, okay? Get a pair. And then still rocking the Stance socks. You can't really tell, but my socks have Star Wars on it. We're fans of Star Wars here, and Stance socks. Just get both, okay? Get a pair of Stance socks and Vans shoes, and you're off to the races. You'll never look back. You'll be like, why did I not know about these before? Get yourself an Easter present. Take the money that you're going to get from the government and go buy some Stance socks and Vans and buy Onewheel stuff. Okay, there you go. That's my advice as we're checking in with my daughter who's got a scarf around her face because it is chilly. They all came out this morning with just a hoodie on, and then they ran inside and it's like, nope, I'm going inside. We love curbs like this. Just if you have curves that are slanted in your neighborhood, it feels like you're coming up. If you're going with speed, it feels like you're surfing, like you're whipping right back in a wave. Now you gotta have some speed to it, but we love doing it, and that's why we chose this route today, is to hit these curbs a little harder to do with the camera, but you will enjoy it if you have curbs like that. What are some of the places you love to just float around on our mob? Like, I'm pointing out the curbs, but like as you watch these videos, you're like, oh, that looks like a great line. Would you just leave a comment down below where we should be taking our Onewheels? Maybe we're missing some things that we should be riding in a certain place. We would love to get out there and explore and just get a little bit of a ride like you ride. As we ride in a group here, we're always shouting big hole, manhole, pothole, whatever we need to make sure kids know so that they don't get launched off of their Onewheels. Like as you just saw, I hit that bump there, but I yelled back, hey, bump. Sometimes the kids are just going so fast that they hit a bump and then they start to wobble and then they fall. And I don't want that. And even when I'm in any group ride, I will constantly shout back, oh, hole or bump, just so people know. I just think it's that etiquette or courtesy while on those group rides. The only time that you don't yell those things is when you're riding in the grass, because you just can't see the manholes they're not really manholes, they're just one-wheel eating holes. They just chomp and just, you're gone, and you launch off your Onewheel. As we are just picking lines all over the Minnesota today and loving it. That carbon fiber fender, if I can just talk about that for a second, I love the look of it. It almost has the roundness of the pint here in the look. They've just changed the look of it drastically. And it has rubber mounting around it so there's no clanking around. And it keeps the debris from coming up onto your foot pad. It's just, you can tell they really took some time to design it, and not just the look but performance on it. It's an upgrade all the way around. But I love that sleekness. I like the matte finish on one side and the gloss. Well done, Onewheel, on putting together a pretty cool fender for the XR. My kids would like to know if you're going to make one for the pint, because they want one now. Every time Onewheel sends me something, my kids are like, oh, I want one of those. As we're coming through this path is so much fun to hit, no matter what time of year it is. It's kind of creepy to go through it at night because you can hear the owls over you as I'm coming and doing a 2-point turnaround or 3-point turnaround to go back and check on Spy because the bro is just back there. He's just a little nervous to get after it today, and so just coming to check on him, make sure the dude's doing all right. As you can see, he just almost lost it there. I think we make it from in this whole ride for the most part without him falling too dramatically. His biggest complaint was the wind was blowing him all over the place. He could not turn into the wind. He's just so light, which I found very comical to watch. I like letting my kids figure some of those things out in safe measures, but it's just pretty fun to watch him struggle inside the wind a little bit. His coat doesn't help him either. He's got a big burly coat on, so it makes him more like a parachute. And we were gonna go check out. We have a trailer that's parked nearby, and we were gonna go check to see it. And then I was like, no, let's just head home. It's cold, and I could start feeling some snowflakes hitting me in the face. And so we're like, let's get out of here before that mailman or mail personnel hits us. There's a little bit of wobble, and then there's a fall.
What happened?
But he ran it out and almost took me out. Like I was saying, you gotta be very heads up or mindful of what in the world's happening on these rides. As in a second here, you're gonna see Epic just totally eat it. I mean, I don't even know what the dude was doing, but he just ate it coming up here in the grass. As again, some of our favorite lines as we're coming through is to hit this bank up here and come down. It's just like a bigger wave now for us. And so the boys were really doing that. I missed out on it because I was back there with Spy, and Icon wrecked a little bit. As the boys are going to pick a line here into the grass, and you're going to see they're going in. Epic's in the gray pants, and it's right here. He hits the hole, and the dude is down. The dude just knows how to fall. He just does. He just tucks and rolls as we continue to go home. And I'm going to jump through this next portion and get you to one last spot of our riding, which is Mother Nature's bowl. The problem with this bowl is it has a pond in the middle, and so if you don't ride it right, you're totally going to soak your Onewheel, which is not a good thing. As once again, I don't know if you're going to know what I'm doing, but I'm turning around to go get Spy because the dude is just back there. I get it. You fall, and you kind of get nervous, and you don't. But I'm like, man, you got to keep up. We did just order all of our kids' new helmets, so we'll debut that probably next week. We've kind of been getting by on helmets, but we will debut what company has partnered with us. This Epic Falls again. But there was a company that's partnered with us that we would all get helmets. So pretty stoked to be able to share that next week with you, as this is Mother Nature's bowl. In those weeds is water everywhere. And I think everyone falls, even me. I wasn't exempt from it. That said, thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. We put out Onewheel content all the time. Be safe out there, and we'll see you on Easter at 10 a.m. Central Time. Bye, everybody.